Yo, what's up, guys? So today I'll be talking about how to reroll and when does the reroll basically starts. Alright, so when you first open your the SINoALICE application, you will have to put in your country. Let's say that for me is I'm Indonesian and the server is I'll be playing in the United States server. Right, we'll click on OK. The game will load, and basically you will be given an unlimited reroll when you start at the game, but that is not where the reroll truly happens, because there is no nightmare that you can get in the start of the game. Alright, so what do you basically need in the first reroll is that you should try to at least get one of the jobs in the game, which are SR weapons, which when you summon them, basically it will pop out the character picture in the role. Um, we'll try to do it together, and I'll show you the next step for you guys um, to do when you guys start the game basically. Um, the thing about this reroll, if you are trying to get the perfect start for the game for emulator users or Android, you can easily just clear data, not clear cache, which is different. Remember that it should be clearing data, but for the iOS user, you will have to delete the whole application and download all over again. Alright, so when you first go into the game, you'll be summoning the unlimited reroll. So what you really need to get here is basically one SR, which are job weapons. Alright, you can basically, this should be very easy for people who want to get things they want. That is not the reroll for the jobs. The jobs reroll is basically when the characters such as Alice in Snow White and everything pop up. Right, 1 SR. No, just summon. And basically, if I were you, I will try to reroll for the jobs that I want. For example, if I want Alice, um, if I want a supporter, I will try to get Alice supporter. And for if I want to be a DPS, I'll try to get a weapon, a sword, that basically have a job. It all depends on which shop you want to get. Alright. Basically, reroll in this game, if you really want to get the um, best start or the perfect start, it will be pretty hard, because later on, when you got in game, the chances for you guys to get the nightmare, which is the perfect start for people who want to start with the game, is 0.034%. So basically very small. It will be a very tedious process if you are really aiming for the nightmares. Alright, so no jobs. Even if it is SR, it does not always show as jobs. Whoa, only one? Wow. I'm still also trying to reroll on this game because I still haven't gotten my nightmare yet. But if I got really tired from rerolling, basically I will just stop at getting 2 jobs that I want. Alright, still no jobs. Even the chances of getting jobs is really small. around, I think around 0.6%. Alright. No jobs, come on. No jobs, come on. Ugh, still no jobs. Alright, let's try to roll again. You should keep doing this till you get the jobs. Basically, I'll show you guys which step to do after this. Basically, when you finish with the first rerolling, you'll be downloading the game for some time, and after the download finish, you should be able to um, let's say play the campaign. And your first aim is basically, alright, this is the class or job that I want to get. Alright, basically we are done with the first part of the reroll, but the next part is the hardest part. Alright, okay, they'll pop into this. There will be some downloads. Alright, put in our name. For example, I've used XOX3. I'll click OK. Okay, yes or okay is basically the same. You'll be asked to download for emulator or Android users, but for iOS users, you basically have to download everything before doing this. Alright, so after this, the thing that you need to rush on if you want to focus on rerolling is basically forcing yourself through the story for 1-10. The reason is because after you clear 1-10, there is a registration rewards which you can get. They will give you around 910 gems, which is around 3 times 10 rolls basically. So this is where the reroll basically starts. You should aim for basically the nightmares, which has very low rates to get, and you should, if you did not get it, basically you need to clear your data and start all over again. For iOS users, basically delete the data and download all over again. Right, the download will take some quite of time. For I think for iOS users it is around 1.1 gigabytes. For Android users, I think the download for the start of the game will only consist around 500 megabytes. I'll put in the step that you need to do for rerolling in the description box below. Basically, it is quite tedious, and I don't really suggest you guys doing that. Alright. So while waiting for this, this is the step that you should try, which is roll for job 1 SR weapon, jobs or class, which will show a pop-up like earlier. Try to progress to the story from 2-1 to 10. Reroll from the 910 gems and clear data from to reroll and not the cache. Alright. I think the most time consuming things that you have to do is basically the download, because for those who have very quick internet, you should be able to do it quickly, but for those who have slow internet connections. I do think that it will take some time. Alright. You're almost done. Alright, we're almost done. Come on. Let's try to do it. Okay. Gotta click on next. Okay. Can just skip everything. Right. And you will be able to pick either your Alice, your Snow White, your Red Riding Hood, and your Pinocchio. So it all depends on which one, because all of these are offensive role. Breaker is a sword. Snow White is also Breaker sword. Crusher is both Crusher is hammer using. So it all depends. For me, I will go with Alice because I like her. Alright. Alright, just quickly. This is where you get your energy. So they will ask you to do it at the start of the game. Basically, you will need to drag to kill them. Drag. Alright. After 5 stages, you will be able to use your skill, which instantly kill all the units in the game. In this area. Alright, now when you see this, they will ask you to just click on your character. They will do it, basically, without consuming the time, as you can see. And then basically try to use it even if you see that there is only a few units there, because it will ultimately be faster. Alright, time is up. Alright, you'll get AP and XP from this. Right, next you just push through the story, which I told you. Go to as quickly as possible to 1-10. Any of this story is fine. Right, let's just start. You don't really need to achieve the achievement for this. Basically, each stages have their own achievement. And for you guys if you are trying to reroll, basically you don't need to clear all of the achievement. The most important thing is to clear as soon as possible. Alright, just clicking. Alright. Damn. Alright, this is just part of the story. Come on. Alright. This is your nightmare which you summons. So you'll try to get the... For those who try to get your nightmares later on, it will be proven very useful. Alright. This is an achievement that you need to do if you want to get all of the rewards. But for now, let's just skip it. You can skip. Alright. And click spam them. The unit is not dying. Alright, come on. I do think that instead of me trying to clear to 1-10, I do think that it is best for you guys to do it on your own, and basically I'll tell you where the rewards will get in. Okay, I'll show you. So basically you clear off this to 1-10, and then later on, after you finish it, you will get your 910 gems basically in your mailbox, which I will show you. My internet connection is quite bad, and will take some time for me to clear them. Alright. Then after you finish the 1-10, you will open your mailbox here. You will have 910 Twilight Crystal from clearing those. Just click claim all, you'll get them, and then you go to your Grimoire, which is here, for the summon banner. Basically, what you are trying to get here are the nightmares, which are very hard to get. You can see appearance of SR nightmares. These are the 3 nightmares that you should try on getting if you are really trying to reroll hard for the game. An example of it, I'll show you in the Discord. So basically someone from the Eden have gotten them, as you can see. This is the example of the nightmares that you are trying to get, basically. Alright, that's all for this video. You guys should try on getting them on your own, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.